Okay, I think I'm live. Hello and welcome. It is Friday, April the 11th, 2025, and I'm so excited to be here and deliver some messages for everybody. Um, thought I had a pinned post. I guess it's not here. Oh, there's Merlin in the background. Into the healing room he goes. All right. So I'm just going to light some sage here, cleanse the space and the cards that I'll be using for tonight's session. As well as myself. Inviting the divine light and our spirits and ancestors and guides in to shed some light and some guidance for each and every one of us from today and moving forward in this beautiful space and time. How have you guys been feeling? Tap into the chat box, say hello, let me know you're here. I am just going to make this. Hi, Tara. How you doing? Just got to pin this post. Oh, there is a pinned message. Okay. I don't see it. I don't know where it went. Okay, I guess it is there. Oh, hi, Dave. Hi, Starry. Starry, what do you mind me telling me your first name again? My mind, my brain. All good for Kelly. Great to hear. Awesome. Yes, for those that know me well and are connected with me on Facebook, I had quite a day yesterday. There's always balance in life. If things are always so good for so long, there's bound to be something to balance out the scales, if you will, because we can't have just one without the other. Life doesn't work that way. So yeah, I was forced out of my old dentist office very rudely, actually, very unfairly. It was absolutely mind-blowing and ridiculous, but a rainbow ended up showing up later in the day after a brief little thunderstorm, which I knew was coming. And when the rainbow came, I knew absolutely things were going to be working out just fine. So, and sure enough, today I sent off all the letters I needed to report the issue because I didn't think it was fair, not only for me, but for anybody else that's sort of in my position. It shouldn't be happening to anybody this way anyway. It's unethical and discriminatory too. So I took care of business. and then lo and behold, somebody had mentioned in a group chat about another dentist here that is not discriminatory. And so I phoned them and they took me in. We're very compassionate and sorry even to hear what happened. Was absolutely appalled. But yeah, so I found a new dentist, and I feel so much better about it. So just goes to show, no matter what happens in the moment and how terrible things may seem, there's always a bigger picture, a greater reason for it. So this is why I'm sharing my personal story with you, is for that reminder. And I've had these things happen so many times where I've had to surrender to that very thing and remind myself, oh, wait a second, if this just happened, then that means there's a big shift happening and there's something greater in alignment, right? So, and sure enough, here we are. So you're sore from working at the farm. Ah, good. Well, not good that you're sore, unless maybe it is good. You're working some muscles, toning your body. You know, it is good to definitely tone up that body. A good sore for sure. Sweet. Okay. Hello, Sandy. How are you doing? Right, Emma. Emma is Starry. Hi, Emma. Okay. So I'm just working with the 3 decks in front of me here. I've got the Trusted Ascended Masters Oracle by Doreen Virtue. I then have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Kyle Gray, and the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. So I'm going to pull one card from each of these 3 decks for our collective messages, meaning for the human collective. They're for everybody. It's a general reading. And they're telling me this one is timeless, not to put a timestamp on it. So no matter where we are sitting here receiving this message, if you ever get guided to come back and rewatch this video at any time in the future, please know that these messages are going to be just as relevant then as they are now for us. Spirit has no limits or boundaries on how to deliver its messages. And apparently these ones we're going to be receiving right now are going to be beneficial many times in the future, is what they're saying. So, and how I read these cards too is I pull one message, and what remains at the bottom of the deck. So there's 2 messages that I give. The one that I pull is representing our physical 3rd dimensional reality. And then the card at the bottom of the deck is representing a bigger picture, our higher self, or 5D reality. Most important message for the collective, please. Thank you. So just give me a moment to pull all these cards, and then we will get into it. Most important message for the collective, please, and thank you. Kill. Most important message for the collective, please, and thank you. Hello, Nicole. How are you? Boom. All right, I'm loving these cards. All right, collective, here we go. From the Ascended Masters, Mother Mary is here for us, as always. You're healing. Wonderful. And what a beautiful card to have as our first message, eh, Nicole? Mother Mary, nurture yourself. All about healing, loving unconditionally, taking that time to self-soothe, right? Yeah, and unfortunately have been witnessing a friend be going through what seems to be a breakup. And I remember how hard it can be when we're so infatuated and adoring somebody else. And when it doesn't work out the way that we want, we can have a very hard time understanding what the opportunity is in that moment. And I know for me, I had realized that in that adoration, that infatuation with the other person, I actually was losing myself and trying to give to somebody else what I needed to give to myself, and expecting them to give me what was my responsibility to give to myself. So if that message is going to help anybody at any time, it is connected in here. It is nobody else's responsibility to fill our needs, right? When we get caught up in that outside game of somebody needing to fulfill our needs, this is an opportunity to redirect that focus and give to yourself what it is that you need, that you were hoping you could get from that other person. Remember, the only person that we have in our life that's going to be with us 24/7 for the rest of our lives is ourselves. And it's so important to be having the best relationship you're ever going to have is the one that we cultivate with ourselves. And when we improve the relationship with ourselves, it improves our relationships with others. But it always starts here first. Take a deep breath. In the bigger picture, in the 5D, we got the twin flame card here. So this is exciting for those of us that are single. Talk about outside relationships. There may be this new energy coming in, and it could be in the form of a person. But the twin flame card also represents the merging and balancing of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within ourselves, and then rising in that into the what I call the trifold flame within self. So yeah, by taking good care of yourself, we have better relationships outside of ourselves. All right. Coming from the angels and ancestors in the 3D here, the high priest, it says intend and create. So they really want me to emphasize this, that we are the creators of our reality, and it's time for us to pull the plug on those expectations that we want from others to make our lives better. That's up to us, right? So this message is for us to set our intention for what it is that we want to cultivate in our lives and what we would like to expand on and be a part of, and then be open for those creative energies and inspirations and opportunities that are going to come into alignment with that. So it starts with intention. Plant those seeds, right? In the bigger picture, in 5D, our higher self message here is the white witch saying, be the light. So I'm hearing, remember who you truly are, aside from what I want to call this meat suit, a mask. Because really, it is. We're like avatars. This is not who we actually are as the essence. We are the light, right? We just got caught up in the story of this human existence, right? So be the light. And I'm also hearing, be that which you see, you wish to see in the world. Again, it's all coming back to the self first and foremost. Be that which you wish to see outside of yourself. Wow, very cool. And then from the Sacred Forest Oracle, in the third dimension, physical, we got the stag. This is about leadership. This is about taking control of your life and who you are and being authentic in that. I hear, be unapologetic with the truth of who you are. So again, like for me and what just happened here yesterday, it was really important for me not to just sit back and go, oh, well, as a Libra, and injustice in this very instance is like one of the worst things to have to contend with. And I used to be very timid with things. I didn't want to rock the boat, so I would keep my mouth shut and not do anything about it. Well, I'm not that person anymore. I'm like, no, I'm going to call these things out because it's not fair. Right? Yeah. And I am not going to be suppressing myself at all anymore. And I believe that's what this energy that we have flooding this planet that's here for us right now, to step into the power of who we are, be authentic, be real. If something doesn't feel right, you don't have to beat someone over the head and make them see your point of view, but it is important to honor ourselves and bring it to the table. Hey, this didn't quite sound right, or this really goes against whatever is happening here, and bring it to light. Be the light, right? By taking that leadership. Okay, and then the final message for all of us, for the collective here. I love it. In 5D, the bigger picture, we got the secret spring, which is success. So this is the energy that's hovering us. It is successful. Look at, there's the light again, shining right there. And well, this beautiful little fairy here is totally lit, right? So success is a very high vibrational energy, right? And well, everything is energy. I'm being reminded right now. And when we align ourselves energetically with that we wish to be, see, and want to experience, the universe cannot help but give us those opportunities and experiences that match those frequencies. And we have success all around us. So remember, it's not anybody else's job to bring success to you. It's our jobs individually to invoke the frequencies, the energies, the alignment of success within ourselves. And then it's magnetized. Cool. Well, I like those messages. How about you guys? All right. I know I didn't end up taking, actually, I did take pictures. But when I went to go post last week's messages, when I went onto my phone, for some reason, every one of those pictures was tagged with writing on it with the date or something else. No, there was other words on there. And so, and I couldn't erase that. And it was totally messing up the picture of being able to read all the information. So that's why those messages weren't up. So I will try to do my best and get these messages all sent out without that issue on the other socials, so you guys can read those full write-ups for these ones, because these ones aren't going to be connected to just today or the next week type of thing. Like I said in the beginning, they're telling me right now too that we create our own luck, we create our own success, we create our own demise. We really do. It's a matter of where our mindsets are, where we allow our mind and our feelings and our energy to percolate, right? So I recommend, if ever you're feeling down, and trust me, I do have my moments. We all do. There's no such thing as rainbows and butterflies all the time. That's not, we don't live in that one-sided single polarity. We live in a world of duality, and there's one extreme to another, and tons of shades in between. And we're here to experience all of it, right? And in all the many facets and shapes and forms. But it's the dance here is to recognize when we're in the thick of things and remember, wait a minute, we don't have to sit here, we may have to work through it, see it for whatever. Acceptance is really key. Excuse me. Usually, when we're accepting things, or we get to a point of acceptance and surrender, then we're able to flow out of it a lot quicker. Resistance is futile, always. Right? But they're really emphasizing you guys are the creators of your realities. So choose wisely. Right? And if you do have a hard time with the mind repeating itself in that broken record kind of thing, or getting sucked back into the old stories or whatnot, start learning how to reprogram your mind. And I highly recommend watching Joe Dispenza's work, watch his podcasts, or watch his interviews on podcasts, meditation videos, take some of his classes, read his books. There's also another book that was pivotal for me even before I had my awakening, and it was called Mind Power into the 21st Century by John Kehoe. Don't ask me how I'm remembering that right now, but there you have it. Mind Power into the 21st Century by John Kehoe. Yes, highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, change your mindset, change your life. Simple as that. Things are only complicated because we were told they had to be. And we don't need to be mindful. The mind is already full. We need to become more aware. And take back our power. I'm getting jacked up here. All right. All right, I'm going to open up the floor to start giving readings here. If anybody would like to have a certain question answered or direction of guidance specifically, type out your question now. Or if you would just like a general message, you can always just say, please tell me what I need to know. And I'll go down and get everybody in order to the best of my ability. And if anybody else ends up watching, oh yeah, and please share the video to any of your friends or family that you think could benefit, especially from the collective readings that happen in the beginning here, because you never know. You never know when somebody needs that little leg up. All right, Nicole, we'll start with you with the general message. They're laughing at leg up for you. I don't know. Seemed to be some kind of inside joke. And I'm hearing keep your spirits high. So I know that you just had surgery. Was that correct? I forget what it was for though. But it's they're emphasizing it. You need to, like, there's something about a leg up and keep your spirits high. So in other words, elevate your mood as much as you can, obviously in healthy ways. But I would recommend like watching comedy shows. Okay, yeah. So watching comedy shows. Who's that guy that I watch? Sometimes I forget his name now. You see him on TikTok and Facebook. He was all over the place like 6 months ago. Oh, shoot. Okay, probably because I'm talking about it. Next time you go on You're out of work for 6 weeks. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Blessing in disguise. Out of work to take better care of yourself. But yeah, try to have as much fun as you possibly can during your recovery period. Of course, you need your downtime for rest, but it's important that you keep your spirits high. They just keep repeating that. Keep your spirits high. So I'm going to pull a card for you from the angels and ancestors. For Nicole, please. Yeah, look at that. Wow. So you got Skyfather with trust in the unknown. So it feels like you're in that kind of space and place where the universe is testing you with the opportunity to flex a faith muscle. Yeah, I'm hearing next level of faith, trust in the unknown. So this is a big surrender. And then at the bottom of the deck, you got the Spirit Fox with another message of trust, but this one is trust your talents in changing times, right? Trust your talents in changing times. So trust in the unknown, but also trust in yourself. Okay, I want to offer you a mini private reading, like maybe tomorrow morning if you're available. So private message me on Facebook, love, and we can set something up there, okay? Don't worry, it's on me. I just want to go in deeper, and I think it's going to be more personal, so we can have that private talk. All right, so next is Tara. It's funny you're working on a farm now, eh? Because I think your messages before were like needing to get outdoors more. They're like, great job. That's awesome. So they're cheering. They're like, good work. You're welcome, Nicole. There's something about overhearing something. They're saying to pay attention because the things that you overhear, there's a reason you're overhearing it. And it's not that you're eavesdropping or anything. And this is good information for everybody, by the way. When we overhear things, we are overhearing them because we were meant to be privy to what was being heard, not that we were trying to pry, right? It's really interesting. The universe is very quirky on how it makes sure that we do get our messages. So Tara, they're saying pay attention. Pay attention. Something you overhear is going to alert you to another opportunity of some kind. And there's something very exciting about that too. My energy just kind of lit up right in the solar plexus and the heart chakra too. So let's pull a message from the sacred forest for you. Tara, please. Haha, boom. There you go. Prosperity. You got the bee spirit. So, and this is like the buzzing. You're going to hear buzzing. You're going to hear people buzzing about something, talking about something. And you're meant to hear it. Yeah, and then you got the elves with playfulness, right? So yeah, that's that exciting energy that I was picking up too. So very cool. Pay attention. They're saying just pay attention. Be on alert. Okay. All right. Next up is was Jennifer, and then Dave, and then Sandy. Okay. Jennifer. Jennifer. I'm a little confused. Jennifer, do you sing? Or has there been a song that you keep hearing? Or do you feel like there's a song that you need to sing? Because all I can hear is you need to sing. Let your voice be heard. Maybe there's something with some lyrics, even. And I'm hearing it's time to break out of your shell. Do let me know. Same song playing every time I get in the car. Okay, so yeah, of course, there's a reason. There's depending on the song, depending on what exactly you're hearing of it, what the lyrics mean, because there's something about the lyrics. There's a deep meaning in there for you, but it's to help you break out of your shell. Yeah, is it like an empowering song? I'm curious to know what song it is. And do you find yourself singing it? Yes, listen closer. But there's something about you needing to sing as well, or find a way to express that voice. Because they're saying break out of your shell. I'm hearing that very clearly. All right, I want to pull from the angels and ancestors for you as well. Most important message for Jennifer. You also got the Spirit Box. Trust your talents in changing times. And at the bottom of the deck here, you got Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. The Earth Mother. So yeah, make some time to sit in nature with your back up against the tree, on the ground, connecting to nature. Feel that support on your back and underneath you. Energetically grow your roots to get a deeper connection into that earth, right? Become one with the earth. Feel that nurturing. And this is great advice for everybody, by the way. And then here, trust your talents in challenging times, changing times. I don't know why I keep wanting to say challenging, but I'm going to read from the book on this particular message because it's shown up twice now. And I opened it right to the page because this means with double messages that we see repeating like that for a couple other people, it's now a message for everybody. So, Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Stay alert as change is in the air. And I kept getting that message again because of the winds that were coming through our town here yesterday, which also brought a thunderstorm. And I knew it. It was so cool. But the winds of change, as soon as those winds kicked up, I heard it. Winds of change, yet again. The Spirit Fox features the Spirit Fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they have been sought for their precious fur when all they want is to survive. So the Spirit Fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity and unfair treatment. Aha, yes, they can. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of blending in. The extended message. The energies around you are changing at this time. And although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before. And this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts that are occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. Are you paying attention, Dave? The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. So that message right there became a part of our collective message as well. So I'm just going to take a picture of that one to add to the other three that we got as well. 100% fell in line perfectly there. That was good, wasn't it? Remember in that other chat group where we were talking the other day because of the PMF event that's coming up. I think you're sitting at that I can't even say the word, metaphoric cliff, right? Where our ego as a human will never be ready and prepared enough to start something new. Never. So we literally have to jump off the proverbial, I think I said that right, proverbial cliff, right? The metaphoric cliff, and trust and have faith that this is the trajectory. We're just going to give it a shot. The universe, if it's in alignment for you, it's going to work out better than you could ever imagine. I promise you that, hands down. If it's not meant for you, well, you might have a little bit of fun discovering what you're capable of and what your limits are. And if it's not meant for you, you will be gently redirected onto another path that is meant for you. But we do literally have to sometimes just go, okay, my heart is kind of pulling me over here. I have no idea where it's going to take me, but let's go see. I'm telling you, to work with this energy in these changing and challenging times right now, the best thing we can all do for ourselves is invite that childlike curiosity back into our lives and go, okay, and get very curious. Let's check this out without trying to conjure up what you think it's going to be like, because we're headed into uncharted territory. This means it's new and it's going to be an experience, nothing like we've had before. And it can be so good. right? All right, I hope that was helpful for everybody, but also for Jennifer. Okay. So, Dave, let's see if I can get some more messages just for you as well. Hey, John, you made it. Good to see you here. Okay, so it's funny, every time I have to burp, I'm like clearing energy. So, and that's my prompt, because I'm tapping into your energy right now, Dave, is that there's a need for clearing. And I don't know if it's physical. I think it's more mental, like some old mental constructs that are, they're saying they're outdated. Time to go. So highly recommend you get that book I was just telling everybody about. Mind Power into the 21st Century by John Kehoe. Highly recommend that book, as well as, like I said, watching those videos on YouTube, anything that has anything to do with Joe Dispenza. He knows where it's at on how to rewire the brain. And I'm telling you, positive affirmations and specific meditations, repeat. This is how you rewire your brain. Right? That's how we learned all the crap to begin with, was things on repeat. So now we have to, demagnetize those neural pathways that were set in that, in those mindsets that were not necessarily for our greater good, and upload the new links, if you will, within our mind by reprogramming ourselves. But we got to blast our conscious and subconscious with the things we want in there, not the things we don't want. So if you're falling asleep to TV with commercials running, you're programming your subconscious with shit you have no idea about. Don't do that anymore. Make sure you set your, and this is general, make sure if you do fall asleep watching TV, it's better to be streaming positive affirmations as you're falling asleep, but have your TV set on a timer so it actually shuts off after an hour. So once you're in REM, it's gone. There's nothing else going. First thing you do in the morning, positive affirmations. Set your intentions to set your vibe high, and ask the universe, hey, universe, what's the best that can happen today? Before your feet even hit the ground, ask the universe to show you what's the best that can happen today. Play with it. Get curious. Have fun. This is how, if you elevate, you change your mind, you change your life, right? You change your energy, you change your experiences. This is how it is. But there is a level of trust and faith that comes with this new direction, if you will. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable because, like I said, it's new. Most important message for Dave, please. I'm pulling from the Sacred Forest Oracle, and wow. Woohoo! Dave, you got the rainbow waterfall with miracles. So look at the rainbow. I told you. I saw a rainbow later on in the day after the shit morning I had. And then later in the day I saw the rainbow. I'm like, okay, things are going to be fine. Something really good is going to come out of it. And it did today, right? So this same message for you. You see the butterfly here? That represents transformation. So when we're at a crossroads, as you mentioned here, or feeling like we're stuck in a rut, whatever the situation may be for whoever, when we feel stuck or at a crossroads, when we're unsure and uncertain and just here I am again, what the hell do I do? know that that's a very powerful place, because it means you're in a great shift, or a great shift is just about to occur. So see the rainbow, embrace the rainbow. Get curious and allow yourself to have faith and trust that the universe is looking out for you, right? And then it's time to jump off the cliff, because you have wings. And it's not until you jump off that cliff that you actually discover those wings. In your higher self, bigger picture message here, Willow Spirit says flexibility. So it's time for you to be flexible. Oh, look at that. You had transformation, the butterfly spirit hidden underneath that. Wow. Yeah. So there you go. Flexibility. You're learning flexibility. And this is what it means to shift into something new and into a greater space. It's going to be uncomfortable because it's new. We have nothing to compare it to. And I promise you, it's what you signed up for. I think it's what we all signed up for, whether we remember that or not. So rest assured. And we're going to have so much fun next week. You get to be amazed at how much fun these events are that we have too. Like, seriously, nothing to worry about. All right. Next on the docket. Sandy. What signs are from your sun? So the first thing that I saw while I was reading that question was feathers. So you're seeing feathers, and I'm hearing they're in odd places. So that's definitely from him. But are you hearing crickets? Literal crickets, not like it's silent. There's a cricket outside your window or something. Or a cicada or something. So in other words, he could be showing up in a form of a bug or an animal of some sort that you might not usually hear or see. That's him. It's easier to take on the appearance of animals, he's saying. But he's showing up in your dreams as well. So, and what you can do if you're not remembering your dreams with him is just set an intention for yourself before you fall asleep, saying, command your higher self or yourself, just, okay, I'm going to remember, I'm going to dream about my son, or open up to have a connection with a dream with my son, and I'm going to remember it when I wake up. It's pretty amazing what we, instruct our bodies and our minds to do, like it follows suit. So careful with the mind and what we say to ourselves with the mind and out loud, because the body responds 100%. Okay, I want to pull a message from the Ascended Masters for you as well, Sandy. Sandy, you got Apollo here with focus upon your strengths. So really, really important. Exactly what I just said here. What you say to yourself within your mind, your body responds. So it's very important for you. And this is a great message for everybody. If you're overhearing someone else's message, remember, if it can be applied to you, do it. Get curious and play with it. Okay. But yeah, focus upon your strengths instead of those perceived weaknesses, and you will get more opportunities and see more of those strengths grow. and expand. And then in the bigger picture here, you got Lakshmi with prosperity, or flow of prosperity. So it feels like the more things you focus on and are grateful for, the more doors of opportunity that are in alignment with that higher level vibration and frequency, aka energy. And then I just heard, hang on tight. Things are going to get good. That's pretty cool. I hope that was helpful for you, Sandy. All right, Emma. I can't see the comment where you told me your name. I'm pretty sure it was Emma. What would JP Aries? What would get JP Aries forgive me for what I said and be friends? So I'm hearing if you've already apologized, that's pretty much all you can do. Now it's time for you to trust and have faith that if this relationship is meant to be in your life, it will come back around. But it's time now to separate yourself, to give that distance, that space. Focus on yourself and what you can do to make yourself feel better. So, have you forgiven yourself? Because there won't be any forgiveness coming from anyone else, or at least you won't even be able to perceive that or have that resonate in your life if you yourself haven't given forgiveness. So work with the Ho'oponopo prayer, the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, Ho'oponopo. And yeah, the Ascended Masters want to work with you too. So let's see here. I'm not feeling that he's not going to not forgive you. There just may need, like, it feels like there needs to be distance for whatever reasons at this time, right? Like, yeah, you just said it's not meant to be. So, and that's okay. Stranger things have happened. I mean, I've had a best friend of mine for like 30 plus years, and we kind of went our separate ways last year. And man, it hurt like hell. It still does from time to time, but I understand. Like, she's still dear to me. She always will be, regardless. And I do feel in the heart of hearts that love and caring is still there on her end. We're not in sync, in resonance for whatever reasons. And instead of focusing on the problem of that or the hurt of that, I'm surrendering, I'm accepting and trusting there's greater reasons than the human mind can wrap its head around right now. And it's okay. It's okay. Negative spirit interference. Well, then negative, whatever's negative, there's a reason for the disconnection. So again, tuning back into the collective messages for everybody right now, it's really important. Our happiness is not in the hands of somebody else. It is not up to somebody else in order to fulfill our needs. And it's not your job to fulfill somebody else's needs either. Okay, so your messages from the Ascended Masters here, Emma, is white Tara with purification. So here, pull back, do you, right? I just heard them say, do you, boo? And I'm so sorry, I don't talk like that. Not usually anyway, it's just spirit. I allow them to come through as, do you, boo? But here, your message of guidance here for yourself is time for purification. So when this card pops up, it talks about purifying your body, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. All four, not one or two or three of those, all four. So clear your mindset, clear the emotions, clear your spiritual practices, right? And clear your body of any toxins as well. It's time to detox on all four levels within yourself, okay? In the bigger picture, you got Kuan Yin, let it go. Let it all go, reset yourself, and it onwards and upwards, baby. 100%. Everything happens for reasons that are greater than we can imagine, especially in the moment. A Smile by Landy. Is that the song? You mean A Smile by Lady Gaga? Just came into the cards playing again. Wow. A smile. And I was saying a leg up. Oh no, that was for Nicole. That's right. Okay. It sounds like for right now, yeah, it is. Like right now, I mean, it is what it is. There's right now the opportunity and the, well, challenge, I guess. I prefer the word opportunity. It takes the sting out of things. It makes it less painful, but the opportunity for you right now is to accept what is so that you can do what you need to do within yourself and allow what's happening and trust that there's reasons for it, and that, you know, when people are meant to come back into our lives, they do. They absolutely do. They will. And if it's not meant to, that's okay too. It just means that the other ones are moving out because there's new ones moving in. Right? We can't hold on to the past when we're seeking something new. Right? There's no room for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's why I couldn't see your name. You keep retracting your messages. I get it. I understand. It's all good. But yeah, so very human. Absolutely. But remember, go back and rewatch the collective messages. And when I get a chance to share, I'll do my best to try to share it as a short as well, with the full write-up of the White Witch message of be the light. Honey, tune in. Remember who you are through that heart center. Shine. Shine within yourself. Overcome the limitations of the human. Okay. I hope that was helpful for you, hon. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments to catch up here. Oh, 100% Jennifer here. She say, I keep saying I needed a break, and then she fell and hurt her back and have been having a break. She swears it was the universe listening to her. 100%. But not only that, so did your body. Your body's like, oh, you said you needed a break. And you got to be careful when you say it like that, too, because you don't want to hurt yourself or break something in order to give yourself that much needed rest, right? Like, we have no fucking idea how powerful we are with our thoughts and our emotions. No idea. Well, I've got a little bit of an idea now after doing a lot of studying and applying and testing things out. Like, holy crap. And I'm only just scratching the surface. No idea. So be careful. Be careful what you ask for, even in a flippant comment. If there's emotion behind it, it's going to manifest. I mean, even if there's no emotion, the vibration of the words is enough. The vibrations of the thoughts is enough for it to manifest in some form, even if it's a subtle form and something small, what we consider small. It was still going to show up. Lisa, hello. Yeah, for those that just have popped in the last little while and you haven't been on for the full hour here, the messages we got for the collective in the beginning of the video are pretty amazing. So come back and watch the replay. And Spirit wants me to remind everybody, please share the video with your friends and family on your social media streams. You know, I would appreciate it to help build the following as well. The more followers I get, the more other opportunities that will open up for me on this platform, for sure. But not only that, the most important thing is that you never know who could use these messages in a great time of need, because they're just in the closet with how they're feeling, right? Dave, you're very welcome. And Sandy, you're welcome too. All right, John, you got it. Are you still here? Yes, Kelly, absolutely. Your body always lets you know when something's up and what it needs. But the mind, because it's been programmed to just go, 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 will argue or ignore it. Pretty cool, eh, Jen? Okay, John. Oh, John, I'm feeling some I quite put my finger on it. Some energy that is frustrating. That's the best description I can give it right now, is like some frustrating energy, like, and then they're showing me it feels like maybe you feel like you're in quicksand or something right now. Yeah, it's weird. They're showing me the never-ending story with the Atreyu and his horse. Wow. That's heavy. What happened? Okay. Well, if something didn't happen per se, it almost feels like just things feel so out of control, right? You're having a hard time accepting that. So breathe, like take a few moments, stop yourself a few times throughout the day to just do those deep breaths in and out, center yourself, ground yourself. It's very important actually for you all and everybody. As an energy sensitive person, aka empath, with these new energies that are heightened, they're heightening all of our sensitivities. So with that expansion and that new energy, it's a lot. So we actually need to counterbalance that by also expanding in our spiritual practices, our daily grounding and centering techniques and practices. So super important. Do more of that in order to connect back, to feel more balanced in these times of uncertainty. Oh, yeah, you're telling me, Jen. Absolutely. It is intense. But again, you only have control over yourself, not what's happening outside of yourself. And in order to influence that outer world, you best be balancing your inner world to the best of your abilities. I just like want you to keep breathing, like breathe deep in, or like even right now, so I don't have to keep doing that. They're telling me that you're in the middle of a recalibration process as well. So it is super uncomfortable and super uncertain. Like there's a lot of uncertainty within this energy, and that could possibly. I have a room for rent, by the way. Yeah, I'm opening my healing room for a room for rent. Just putting that out there. Most important message for John. I'm pulling cards now from the Sacred Forest for you. You couldn't have gotten better cards, my friends. Okay, so rest assured, like I was saying earlier, I highly recommend you come back and watch the whole video, John, because there's lots of good messages that were for other people, but they became collective messages. These two messages are now collective messages because they're popping up twice now. So I'm going to read both of these in their full entirety because they're for everybody. Please know success is assured, everybody. Success is assured, regardless of what you're going through and what you think you know. It's like, oh, Spirit really is challenging us right now and giving us this opportunity to overcome the cynicism. I think that's a word. The cynicism in our minds, that program of expect the worst. Because no, if you're expecting the worst, honey, you're going to get a version of that. We are creator beings. Like, let that sink in. You are a creator being. What you focus on and pay attention to, you're going to get more of, right? Okay, so let's read here. This book. The Secret Spring. This one's got me excited. Okay, all things are possible. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have, the more success pours into your life. And the more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune you will have. Act as if and feel as if you are already wildly successful, and even more success will develop. Accept that you are already thriving, because you are, and the more victories will emerge. If a situation seems to knock you down, get up and take a moment to explore what you learned and then keep going. In Celtic tradition, secret springs were magical. Water was the source of life. It is the source of life. And in their legends, mystical beings would emerge out of the springs with and later return through them. Fairy queens and mythic heroes were said to have emerged from the springs, and these sacred well springs were a place to commune with the divine. Good fortune blessed those who honored the spirit of the secret spring. So the spirit of the secret spring says success is flowing into your life. Vitality and a glowing, youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There is no need to struggle. The universe has your back. So yeah, there's the light, and you'll get that message in the collective reading there. We talked about be the light, and this fairy is lit up and has wings. So it feels like the transition that you're going through, the recalibration, is kind of like that caterpillar stage into the butterfly. It's like, it feels all gooey and crappy. And then next thing you know, you're going to be emerging out of the cocoon with these beautiful wings. And then you got the bee spirit. We got the bee spirit again with prosperity. Look at that. Sex. Whoa. Success. Whoa, that was a Freudian slip. Success and prosperity. Right? So, prosperity. I got to read this one. Bee spirit. Oh, that was funny. My face went totally red. Okay. This card can be a wonderful sign that abundance and sweet energy is coming your way. It can also be a card of productivity and organization. So if you have been indecisive, disorganized, and unfocused, this card could mean that it's a time to focus. Reprioritize your life. Have you been too busy with nothing to show for all your work? Decide what is most important and take steps in those directions. To activate the prosperity you desire, this card also can signify that it's time to work hard. Be willing to put in time and energy, and your goals will be attained. Your efforts will pay off. Bees work together, so also consider whose energy aligns with yours and how you might collaborate to achieve your desires. By doing this, good fortune will ensue. Throughout history, bees and their productivity are admired because they bring us honey, which is associated with the sweetness of life, nourishment, and wealth. Honey is also associated with gold in many legends. The message Bee Spirit brings is that with diligent work, you will gain gold. The spirit of the bee says, the sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life. However, you need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams. Believe that you deserve, and your goal will unfold. Again, it's a matter of taking the reins of the power that you have within yourself, aligning your vibrational frequency with that of your higher power, because you're one with it. You're not separate from it, but the human mind has this illusion of separation and believes that to be real. So energetically realign with that higher self and trust the process. Go where it feels right to go, right? And when you ask too, hey, universe, what's my next move? Where should I go? Who should I be working with or, talking to, whatever. Ask the questions and be open to receive what the answers are. You're going to feel it with a nudge in your stomach, a thought in your mind, a song on the radio, or just a pull to reach out to someone kind of thing, right? You'll know. But you got to tune in. You got to balance yourself. You got to get grounded again. We all need to cultivate that inner world and balance that to the best of our abilities in order to hear more clear and be able to see those signs that are always all around us. I hope that was helpful for you. You do feel the transition. Yes, my friend, so do I. We're all in it. Every single one of us. Just experiencing it in a different way, unique to ourselves. So is there anybody else that has asked for a reading or has popped on that hasn't chatted yet that I haven't read for or I might have missed in the comments? Oh, blessings to you, beautiful John. Yeah, our friend Star, she might be moving in too. Because I might be moving out. I'll still manage this place. But there's an opportunity coming and waiting for the universe to align. Lisa. Oh, yes, Lisa. Do you have a specific question? Or would you just like a general reading? Yeah, she messaged me from, she's in, where the heck? Bermuda. Oh my gosh. Like, what a beautiful place to be. The weather looked absolutely gorgeous. I got to video chat with her briefly the other day. Hello, Joseph. How are you? General. Okay. So, Jennifer, I'm just going to get your question there quickly here before I tune into Lisa. I want to say everybody is spiritual. Not everybody is consciously aware of it because they're really just here to have the human experience and get completely caught up in that. But I'm hearing, yes, like they're saying he's a lot like my son. So it blows me away some of the things that he is consciously aware of, but he would not consider himself to be spiritual, not at all like I am at this point in time. But then again, they're young, right? And so he'll come into his own. It'll continue to expand, and yeah, he'll even reach out for you when an expansion gets to a point where he's like, am I going crazy? Like, what the hell, Mom? Have you ever experienced this? And we'll be like, oh yeah, no, not crazy. Welcome to reality. You just got out of the matrix. Okay. Lisa, I'm going to tune into your energy right now. Okay, I keep hearing 2 steps back, 1 step forward. So what I'm hearing is a pause. You need to pause for a moment and kind of reflect. Because not like you're moving backwards, but there's a need to take 2 steps back, reorient, and then take 1 step forward. So it's like, I'm kind of hearing that you possibly may have taken 2 steps when you only needed to take 1. So it's time to back up and then 1 step at a time moving forward. I have no idea what the heck they're talking about. But then again, I don't pry into the personal things. I'm just asking for as much clarity in a general way that I can while we're public. Right? So there might be some things I'm not meant to be privy of because of the platform being open. They're saying you appreciate that. Okay, good. So yeah, I also hear the word pivot. So it's time to take 2 steps back, reorient yourself, and then take 1 step forward. And not to worry. Trust and have faith that the next step will become clear when the time is right. But it's really important, actually, and they want me to emphasize this for everybody. It's really important that when we're moving in a new direction and there's this level of uncertainty because we're in brand new energy, that we need to have faith and trust that when that opportunity shows up for that 1 step forward, that we just take that 1 step. We don't sit on the fence and wait for more. That's not trust in nothing, right? It's not having faith in anything. So take that 1 step, allow it to continue to lead you where you need to be. I don't know why they keep saying they're emphasizing 2 step as well. So I don't know. Do you like square dancing? Have you been thinking about square dancing lately? Or maybe you should take up square dancing. Maybe there's somebody there that you're going to connect with. I want to say a kindred spirit of some sort. Okay. I'm going to pull cards for you from the angels and ancestors. Okay, so you got the water guardian, and the message here is connect with your emotions. So that's interesting with the 2 step, because dancing, that's how I transcend emotions that I have, especially heavy ones. Like I use music and physical movement through somatic therapy, specifically dancing, to allow my body to physically move through the emotions that I'm having, and that's my way of processing and then letting go, right? So connecting with your emotions, maybe that's two. Take a couple steps back, reorient yourself. And then I just took a deep breath too. So breathe. Remind yourself to breathe in fully and exhale fully. It's another message for everybody. How's your breathing? Are you breathing fully in and fully out? In the bigger picture for you, Lisa, here you got the Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. So there's this life is a dance, right? So I'm hearing there's a need to pivot. There's times where we do need to step back and we need to step sideways before we move forwards, right? It's not always a straight beeline forward. It's a dance, and we got to know where the steps are and when to take them in that fluid moment. So go with the flow. Trust what you feel. And if your feelings are all over the place, or at times all over the place, then take the necessary time that you need to bring yourself back into balance and allow yourself to move through what's showing up in your life. You can do this, and you can do it with grace and with ease. All right, love. I hope that was helpful for you. Well, hello, Tracy. How are you doing? I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Both you and Joseph are on the live tonight. All right, Kelly. I still want to go to Mexico, John. It's on my bucket list. You know, if I have any friends that are going to Mexico and want to buy me a ticket, I'll go. I'll just putting that out into the universe. Hey, you never know. Oh, look who showed up. Merlin. Hi. Oh, isn't he cute? That's my familiar. Good, Lisa. I'm happy. Okay, Kelly. Yep, I got time. I got time to do maybe 3 more before I kick off. I'm starting to get tired now. And I'm hot. I need to step outside. I feel hot flash kicking in. It was funny. They're reminding me of if we keep doing the same old things, we're going to keep getting the same results. I know you know this. But again, these messages aren't always just for us, right? If everybody's privy to hearing this message, whether it's during the live or on a replay, there's reasons for it that go beyond just ourselves. But it is a good reminder. If we're looking for changes in our lives, it's important to actually change something in our life. So, and it literally can be something as simple and easy as getting up out of your bed on the opposite side than you normally do, right? Putting your pants on with the opposite leg than the normal one that you do. For those that wear jewelry, switching up your rings on your fingers, wearing them on different rings or different fingers. Driving, instead of taking the same route to the same destination over and over, go a roundabout way. When we shift doing things in a different way, we actually shift. We allow that shift of our experiences to take place as well. And it can be that simple. Try a new food dish. Try something you thought that you might still hate because you used to hate it as a kid. you're going to be pleasantly surprised that, oh, I kind of like that now, right? Like things change. So do we. I don't know why it is that we've had it hardwired in our brains to resist change, because change is the only constant in this life. We have not been the same since day one of our conception. Not any way, shape, or form. It may look like it, but not even really, because our appearance has shifted from growing from a baby to who we are right now. Every day, our cells are changing. They're repairing. They're restructuring. Like there's so much going on underneath the surface, and it's different from day to day. So for you, I'm hearing it's time to switch something up in a way that you wouldn't normally think of. And they said, get crafty and get curious too. Ask your higher self, what's something new I can try today or do today? Right? And also, another message for everybody now, avoid using the words, I have to, this or that. And embrace the terminology. This changes the wiring and the mindset too. I get to. Empower yourself instead of disempower yourself. It's very important. Okay, we're going to pull messages for you from the sacred forest. Kelly. Ooh. Oh, my friend. You got the storm spirit with chaos. I'm sorry for laughing, but this is like, we literally had a storm down here yesterday, and it felt like I was in the shit storm of chaos, like in the morning. And then by the end of the day, here's in your higher self, you got stability. So there's the storm and then there's the calm. It's not the other way around, right? You get the storm and then you get the calm. It's not calm before the storm. That's backwards. Right? So just know the chaos, the lightning, the thunder, the stuff that gets stirred up, these are all opportunities for you to allow you to get to understand, right? Where things are working, where they're not, and then do your own pivot. Change what needs to be changed. You have the power within you to do so. That's why the storm showed up, right? Chaos is here. It's a part of this world, and it's, sorry guys, it ain't going away. It is the opposite of calm, which is the whole picture. You can't have one without the other, and we do need chaos in order to shake things up. It helps in our evolvement, in the evolution of our souls, of our human experience in this planet. It is what it is. I think we're going to be learning how to, they're saying demagnetize or sensitize the magnitude of things, because we're like in extreme one way or the other, but we're going to level these out a little more. Extremes, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, we're going to balance out the extremes. So there'll be better management. That's where we're getting to. Okay? But there's a need for it. There's always a need. Remember, in every single thing that happens in life, there's a negative and a positive polarity to it. It's like a battery. Negative does not mean bad. Because on a battery, a negative The negative terminal there is for grounding. Okay. And then, like I said, in the bigger picture here, you got stability. So just know, like, stability is surrounding you. So here's your chance to get in the eye of the storm. The only thing you do have control over is yourself, right? And what is yours. So you can clear out the chaos that's in your mind, in your body, in your environment. You have the power to do that. You can be the storm in order to create your stability. That's another way to look at it. Cool. I hope you like that one. All right. Joseph, did you want a reading? Are you still here? And you're very welcome, Lisa. All right, Tracy. We'll wrap it up with Tracy unless Joseph gets a comment in before I wrap up. How's Tracy doing? Nice. I just heard 2 peas in a pod. So there's something about a significant relationship. Have you met somebody new, or you've got a kindred spirit, like a really best friend or somebody that you've connected with on a deep level? They keep telling me 2 peas in a pod. So if you're wondering if this is a solid connection, I'm getting a yes. Can't want to pull Ascended Masters. I'm not getting anything more on that for you, just off the top of my head. Okay. So you got Ascended Master Merlin with energy healing. So I feel like whatever you've got going on in your life, there's elements of healing taking place within yourself, but I want to say surrounding you as well, because he's a powerful healer, and it's not just about you personally, but your environment, things that are around you as well. So whatever you're doing, keep up the good work, right? And the spirit keeps telling me that you're making good connections, very supportive, healthy connections, which is great. And then in the bigger picture, you got Krishna with find the blessings in your current situation. So remember, sometimes when we're seeing something and judging it from a past experience, it actually will. We tend to, if we're looking through a lens of the past, we'll only see what we're expecting to see instead of finding that silver lining, that there's a blessing in disguise. Okay, so there's something about a situation that is healing, right? And if there was something challenging that you've recently gone through, there's an opportunity right now for you to shift your focus and with your mind ask the question, what can I learn from this? What was the opportunity to help me grow and understand myself better? There is clearing taking place. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you, love. It's been a while. Been a hot minute. How are you doing? Okay, you guys, I keep getting hot flash after hot flash. I need to go sit outside in the cool air. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. It has been a pleasure. And I'm going to post those other messages. Oh, good. Good. I'm happy. I'm going to take pictures of the full write-up of the collective cards that I pulled. I forgot to take pictures of the B and the success. I'm going to find those, actually. Yep, B spirits right there. And what was the other one? I'm going to find it. If you guys remembered what it was that I said that ended up the 2. Help me out here. I'm sure I'll find it though. Uh-huh. You're welcome, Dave. Yeah, it was very playful energy tonight. It was great. I love that kind of energy, especially during these times of uncertainty. For sure. Success. That was it. I found it. So these were the other 2 messages. So we have a total of, there were 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 messages in the collective that I will take pictures of. They're full write-ups, and I'll do a TikTok video. I'll do a short on YouTube here with those so you guys can read it. And if you follow me on the Facebook page, my business page, Web and Essence Enterprises, over on Facebook there, I'll have all of these pictures posted on there, so it's easier to read there as well. Okay. Remember, sharing is caring, everybody, and keep your hearts open and your curiosity open. Allow yourself to play with these energies and with yourself as much as possible. Keep those vibes high. From my heart to yours, keep shining bright, and I will be back and see you guys soon.